What's the deal, son? Okay, are we running? Are we up and going? It looks like we are. Alrighty, we are live and in color. 821. Let's get this thing on and popping. And I do apologize if you have been sitting here. Don't think that I have anybody streaming at the moment. And I'm waiting for the. There we go. There we go. All right, so that's updated as usual. Let me check the live feed here. And I'm doing this for posterity and to keep myself moving forward. I'm going to try to minimize the number of days in between these live broadcasts. I need to check to make sure that everything is gravy. Let's see here. And if you are watching live, by all means, please chime in. At least that way I know I'm not out here alone by myself, talking to myself. All right, let me reset my YouTube here, and we will get started, friend. All right, we are, as you can hear. All right, so let me turn him down. I'll keep an eye on a couple of things. One is the chat, and then as well as all the other stuff that needs to be watched. Okay, so we are back live. Let me ensure I have my setup here done correctly. Put my headphones on because I don't know if utilizing the speakers. I haven't tested that yet. I wanted to test it. I should have. I kind of got some things in order for the broadcast to kind of help along, because I've noticed that the volume was quite low last time. But let me make sure I load up the rights. Well, I'm going to load up an additional session here. Open. I forgot how to open an additional session. The way to do that, open project, open with effects, open a new project tab. Okay, so I need to open up correction number 3. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here once we get going. Okay, so I guess I can switch this over to the main live. And yes, there I am. I'm in the broadcast this time, and don't mind the tank top. I had a interesting day today at work. One, it appeared like I was leaking from my freaking nipples. I don't know what the hell that was about. It was just hot as shit. I've never had that happen to me, but a couple of people pointed it out, and I thought it was kind of hilarious. Not that that's anything I need to be broadcasting to you guys. But before I get started with, I just want to mention there is a video out there. Well, I guess I'm fine as far as city. There is a video out there. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and there's this island called Belle Isle. If you know anything about it, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you might even know what I'm getting ready to mention. But on Belle Isle, we have this thing called the Giant Slide. When I was a kid, I grew up poor and everything. So this was like one of those things in Detroit that was an attraction. As far as I remember, it was closed for quite some time, but I hadn't been back to that thing since I was a kid. But anyway, it got shut down for COVID, and they reopened it back up, and I thought it got changed, but apparently, according to somebody's recollection, it did not. Long story short, you have to see it. Just look for Belle, Belle, Isle. I think I'm spelling that right. It might be ILSE, whatever. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, almost. Giant Slide 2022, August 19th, 2022 on YouTube. It is hilarious. I don't remember it being this way, but essentially it is these humps on this huge metal slide. And I think they may have changed the texture or the covering that used to be on the slide. You just got to see it. It's part heartbreaking and another part hilarious. I remember getting it, and I don't remember it being anything like, sorry, excuse me for laughing. I just remember my childhood having that included, and I don't remember it being anything like what they are showing. Anyway, let's get on to the business at hand here. We are, and I'm going to actually adjust my headphones to hear things from your perspective rather than from my headphones perspective, so I don't screw anything up. So we are getting back on top of our mix here. I've had a number of days to do some thinking and some processing, and I don't mean that VST plugin wise. I mean that in the manner of just processing some thoughts in my head, and had a chance to kind of quiet down some of my bad habits. One of those being processitis, which is essentially just throwing a bunch of stuff on the mix just because I can. And I actually reached out to a number of, the word sounds weird, but elder mix engineers, just to, kind of gauge what people were doing back then. And I got a number of responses in regards to that, but I've also been doing some looking into it as well. There's two schools of thought that I'm approaching with engineering here, and one of them is really starting to tug on to me. The one school of thought is the bottom-up mixing, right? And that's where you go from channel to channel, and you essentially you mix, drums, or if you start on vocals, whatever, but you start with the channels and you move your way up. You go to some buses if that's your fancy, and then you get to the master, right? The other way is top down. That's actually how, as a producer, I've made a lot of different music. Is top down, and it's not necessarily top down mixing, but essentially you start with the master bus. You put things on the master bus that create a sound, and then from there you go backwards. You go to the buses, and then you get to the channels. And I like top down mixing. And even with the two, and I'm saying a whole hell of a lot, with these two particular sessions, one is based on top down mixing. The other one is based off of doing it the other way, right? Bottom up. So this one was the top down mix, and I like what I came up with as far as the master is concerned. However, in the ever fluid movement of faderitis, where you turn one fader up, you fader creep basically is what it's called. I screwed up the balance. So the intention is to take what we have as far as the master bus from here, which is right here. So I have Jade preamp, Coffee compressor, Jet, and then the Sand EQ, which we only used it for its preamp. I don't know. This particular version of Sand, I don't know. I like the way it sounds. It has been the one that I have went after if I wanted the SSL sound from Acoustica Aquas. Now I've been using the N4, the Nebula 4 library from Alex B, which I still love, but I'll decide which one of these two I use. We are using the Jade, and I don't know, this is a tape. Let me turn this thing down here. This is a tape emulation or tape sampling on the Jade plugin that I kind of just, it worked. You know, it took care of some of the high end, and I may end up using that as well. I got to be careful with the Jet because, and I don't think I'm going to use it on the master, but I did like how it brought a certain clarity to the mix. Unfortunately, it reminded me that I removed the filtering for the background and the harmony, or the chorus, the background harmony vocals in the chorus. I didn't. So what happened, the last session that I worked on, I applied all of the Smart EQ to all of the vocals with the exception of the leads so that I can save on CPU cycles because it was killing me. And instead, I applied all of that to those channels. They kept that. I like what it did. It's permanently on the record now, right? But using Jet reminded me that I still have a lot of low end on those parts that need to be addressed. The other thing that we did with this particular session, which came well after the which I call Gain Correction 3, is I actually recorded some new parts. Now I may or may not keep these parts. The intention here is to get them out of here and move them to the other session. But what happened was something that should have happened a long time ago. I cut all of these up, and I apologize if I don't remember who. It was one of the guys in one of the first videos that I did for Mixmaster Release who told me about an extension, show action list, RMS. It's already still set. So the SWS extension to do the to work on some of the gain station. And I guess I was being a little hard-headed and stubborn and Mr. Know-it-all, and I happen to do that sometimes. So I apologize in that regards. There is a function in here where you set the RMS, and it's regular RMS, not this other RMS integrated. And then you normalize items based on those settings. So I've set a shortcut for so F12, as you can see over here, is the shortcut that I set. So now I'm using that to set items in that way. Okay. But essentially what I did, what was bothering the hell out of me, was there was no power in the background vocals. And so I cut these up. As a matter of fact, you can see the difference between the two. I cut them up here too, but the cuts, well, yeah, I think let me think about this here. Yeah, so let me back up. Gain Correction 3, which is what this session is where I started doing this. I cut all of these up, and I put them all through the RMS ringer, and I got them all nice and loud, right? So that they're more even across the board. Then I did some adjustments between a few of them, as you can see, ones that didn't need to be that loud. And I brought out a little bit more power in this section. And when I did that, it reminded me that I kind of had the balance mix already built into the WAV files. So even after this live video, I may just go back to the original session and kind of just see, is that the case? I'm not going to do it here. What I have in mind tonight, and I'm going to try to keep this one way shorter than the previous one. What I have in mind tonight is actually to take the the original one here, 3, which I just absolutely loved when I played it in the car. When I rendered this, and it's still at its rendered state, I'm going to not take that off. So I'm going to bypass the L1 because I don't need that. When I rendered that, that's all I left on there was that. Let's see here. I don't think I had anything. So nothing serious on the master, on the group buses other than the smart EQ instance that I had. And these, I believe, were doing, yeah. So these are doing the unmasking work. So we got the lead bus and the chorus bus. Anyway, the lead bus and the chorus bus was supposed to be digging out the space from the instrument bus. And that's what we had there, right? The harmony bus, however, yes. Okay, so I remember now. So the harmony bus is something we got to work on, and I want to do that on an individual level. The lead bus and the chorus bus. So the lead bus, let me make sure I got this right. The lead bus should be carving space out of the harmony bus. The chorus bus should be carving space out of the instrument bus because the chorus and the harmony do not play at the same time, if that makes sense. So that's where we left that. I don't want to touch that. I want to leave that where it is, right? These may or may not get adjusted. These are the actual, this is the harmony bus. We'll see. And then the chorus bus, this is what it looks like, right? So that's that. So they got cleanup as far as the size is concerned. The problem isn't the size. The problem is the mid. Now, what I'm thinking to myself on how I should approach this, I can make this very simple from a top-down perspective and simply go in here, add another EQ point, select the mid rather than the side, and affect the entire bus for the chorus and for the harmony to get the cleanup? Or do I want to actually go to the individual channels and do the work there? Now, the one thing I don't have on Reaper, which I thought I had, is the ability to do a batch file on the files within Reaper. Now I can do batch file processing and save it to a separate folder, or I can do batch processing and affect all of these within Reaper by doing that same process, but affecting the actual files, and it should update the files. But I don't want to do that. I want to be able to have a separate number. I want all of the tracks to be separate from, in other words, I want to be able to go back. I don't want to mess up the original files. I don't want to destruct those. And maybe I just haven't done enough research in that regard. But essentially the batch processor here, if I go to it, where are you? Batch processor, right? So if I add all of the files, let's say we grabbed all of, because I'm really talking about all of the vocals minus the lead here. If I grab all of these and hit add, right, selected media, it's going to add everything, but it also is going to save it in a separate folder, right? I could use source directory, though I'm a little confused as to why it's not showing up here. It's not allowing me to do that. Maybe it's the wild cards. Let me take those out. See, none of that is allowed. It's not allowing me to do that. But essentially, and maybe I just something I'll look at afterwards for later utilization. Right now, I just want to focus on getting. So let me back up. Yeah, there we go. That ADD, not ADHD, ADD kicking in. Right now, what I want to do, right? I want to import the 2 renders. So we're going to do that now. I'm going to go ahead and import those. All right, so give me 1 second. Media files. I'm gonna go to my Google Drive here because I've been just putting everything up there so I don't have to worry about copying it to my iPhone because that's where I'm playing all the music from. So let me go to my Google Drive. I want to go to other computers, blah, blah, blah. So I have, where is it? Let's do date. Seven and 3, open. Separate tracks, blah, 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 blah. Where are you? You should not be up there, friend. How did you get there? Okay. All right. So I have down here the 2 files, right? So it's things about one and things about the other that I would like to keep. And damn it, where is the names at here? Okay, so this is the one that has the master bus stuff on it. So I'm gonna call this C07, right? So I want the master bus stuff that's on here, but C03, I want to do it on this mix, right? And the reason why is this mix, the vocals were in a good place. However, when I listened to this mix, the music was not in a good place. Talk about fader creep. So I want to take the music that I have, and we're going to do this by looking at the fader positions here, right? So right now we're on 3. So if I go down here to where the music is, right, this particular section here, and I'm looking at that, so if I take a snapshot, let's take a print screen of that. Matter of fact, here, let me do this. And I'm going to put that in here. And let me see if I can open up a second instance. Yes. All right. And then I go to here and I do F3 and I go to our instrument tracks. Let me make sure I match it up exactly here. Celeste was the last thing. Okay, so right at woodblock. Yep. All right, so I do a print screen here. At some point, hopefully all this isn't necessary and I actually get a workflow that speaks properly, right? Okay, so looking at these two, I'm gonna scroll over to bass and then I'm going to minimize that and come down here. You can open up that a little bit. So I just want to get an idea of where these two differ, right? That's the point here. I ain't trying to get too scientific with it, but I definitely want to get a view of these two side by side here. And I'm just gonna put that right there. Okay, so if I'm looking at these two, and I move this over too much, yeah. All right. So they're not too far off. Are they off at all? Oh, I see some changes. Yes. So, silly self. Which one did I do first? Well, I know that for the one, the strings were not loud enough. So if I'm looking at this guy here, he's way down here. So the one that had the strings too low is, yes, okay. So 7 is the one that had the instruments right. And both of them still need some adjusting. So this one is, let's see here. Yeah, you're going to see it all, right? You can close all of that out. Here, okay. So this is the one with the strings too low, right? Or do I got it backwards? Yes. So this is 3. And let me just name it 3 here, okay? And this is 7. So 7 is the one that we have open now, right? So string solo right here where my cursor is. String solo, yes. No, it's not. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Let me get myself together here. Okay, so what we're trying to do now is to get the instruments from 7, which is the top screen here, onto the way we have it, onto 3, because 3 had the vocals good. So I want the instruments mix copy from 7 to 3, and I want the vocal mix to remain the same on 3. I don't want to copy the vocal mix, but I do also want to move some of the newer parts, possibly all of the newer parts, onto the 3, right? Because those parts have not been recorded. They were well after. All right, so let's get into that. So the first thing we're going to do here, I'm actually going to look at, on the other screen here, the screenshots that I have. So I want 7. I'm going to pull this up on my separate monitor here, and I'm going to attempt to copy all of these onto 3, which is this guy. But before we do that, let me show you what I did new here. So, and I know I jumped around a lot. Again, what we did, we strengthened these, because I had some holes in here. Like this was missing. Well, not on that part, but it was missing on this part. And when it got here, matter of fact, this whole section was missing here. So when it went from here to here, it lost power. So I made sure that I basically just copied some parts, right? Just to give it a bit more power, and it didn't fall to pieces. Also, this section, which is 31, right around 31 on track 61, right? If I go to 31 here, track 61, right? So we're here. You can see that we have new parts, and even some editing going on there, right? So we added some new parts, some new tracks, just to, because I really wanted to reinforce this section. So that's something that we did. And then I also did on 7. I'm going to make sure I close out 7 once I don't need it, because man, I can get confused here. We added some parts at the end here that I may or may not keep. There is a couple of parts I know for sure that I'm keeping, right? But there's some parts down there that that we re-recorded, or that I recorded, that I want to add to the song itself, right? So that's that. All right, so first things first, I'm going to keep 7 open, because I need to keep 7 for the copying and pasting. I'm going to go back to the mixer screen here. So I got a copy of 7's instrument mix already pulled up. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to make my adjustments real quick, and then we'll move on from there. So I'm going to put the left one into full screen so I can see what I'm doing here. You can't see it, but I can. And then we're going to take, and I apologize if there's any chat. Well, I do have the mobile running, so I can see some chat over there. All right, so I'm looking at these two, and I'm just matching them up. So all of this is relatively the same. Yes, yes. And okay, so looking at instruments. All right, so Rhodes is good, is not. Rhodes needs to come up, right? And let me make sure I'm on the right one. Yes, I'm on 3. All right, so Rhodes needs to come up some, just above this line here. String section needs to come up. Time for your checkup. All right, I need to do my checkup. The string solo, which is definitely was way too low. And also, by the way, I've committed to removing some extra vocal parts that just was like, is that really necessary? I didn't want to do it at first, but we did. All right, so this is good. The flute, I could have sworn we brought the flutes up. Okay, bring it just a little bit more. It's actually sitting right about here. And then we'll bring the, did I touch the clock? We did not touch, yes we did. We brought this one, uh-oh. Undo that, friend. hit shift, bring, no, actually this is fine. This is not. And then we'll do some additional adjustments from there. Okay. And then, so that's it as far as the instruments is concerned, right? Now, I don't think I touched anything with the drums, but let me double check here. So just out of curiosity, I'm going to do a screenshot of my drums here. That print screen. And then come over here, we're going to pull up another instance of Paint. We're going to paste that in here. Maximize that, hit view, hit full screen. And I'm looking at, I don't think I did anything there that, I think I made any changes in that regard. So drums have been relatively safe from my constant back and forth. However, I do need to check to see, if this area down here. As a matter of fact, I can go back to the previous one. So let's go back to, yeah, we're on 3. So I'm going to go back to 7, which now I made that. Okay, so this one here, the timpani was an issue before. Okay, so I'll double check the timpani. Oh yeah, we did make some changes, didn't we? The Bantam was most certainly louder. So I'm going to bring him up. The wood blocks, not necessarily, we didn't touch those. But I'm going to turn my timpanis up just a little. Just a little. And I'm going to do that by ear, but I'm going to move these up here just so that we have those in a good space. Let me see if I do this sideways. Yes. Okay. So just adjusting the live feed from the cell phone here so that I don't miss anybody's chat if somebody does happen to chime in. All right. So I do believe we are good as far as matching up the increase in instrument, which doesn't seem to be a lot. It was just really the strings. I may need to turn the flute up and a couple of other things. Now, because I'm in my night clothes here, I'm going to go on the standby here and I need to grab a couple of things. So give me a second. And while we do that, I am actually going to, I'm going to play the new part here on, where are you, friend? Right here. Okay. So I think it was 47. Ooh, and I just reminded myself that there is something I think I'm going to remove, and that is the bell tree. So I'm going to mute the bell tree. I just don't think it's necessary, and it's already enough stuff going on. It's only in one place, my bell tree. Where are we? And we'll see if we miss it after the fact, right? So the bell tree has one job, and that's right here. So I'm going to mute that on the clip level. I'm just starting to remove stuff that is just not necessary. Okay, so while I do what I do on standby, I will play on the most recent version here. Where are we? Nope. We are down here and even further than that. Okay, so this section, this is part of what I'm just going to loop this, man, and I'll be right back. All right. Matter of fact, I'm not going to loop that because that's annoying to me. What am I looking for? Oh, guess all of the things I should have with me here. Okay. Hey folks, I got snacks. Okay. All right. If you are just chiming in, we are, and if I pick my nose during this, don't judge me. I'm human. We all do it. Some of us don't. Anyway, we are in the process of moving forward with this particular mix. Okay, so new parts, right? That's what we have here. I did a few new parts, and if you just missed it, I'll play them again. Let me put my phones on. So we got this new guy here. I don't know how this sounds by itself. I did no cleaning from Clarity VX on these just yet. I just did these last night. So we did this. Don't mind the popping clicks. So that's new. And then this next section, I have to decide on, is this overkill? This comes from overproducing stuff, which happens. All right, let me play it back from here, though. Man, I really wish I could eliminate the extra pops and clicks in my broadcast here, but I have not been able to solve that yet. But anyway, here we go.
Sun rises over the horizon.
Let me double this up.
In each other's
This I added. I was like, nah, I think I'm doing a little too much. All right, let's see.
In each other's
Yeah, I think that was just too much. We're just not gonna use anything with that. As a matter of fact, and this is where I got to get into the habit of saving stuff on new versions, because I done lost a couple of good mixes. Anyway, and I also added a couple of parts here just to thicken this up. Man. So I know one of the reasons why I'm getting the pops and clicks right now is because I have an additional, this here, this is why I didn't do it in the first stream, is anytime I put the camera on here, it's just too much processing for this thing to handle. And it's not so much a processing thing because like right now, I know that this is pulling some processing. Let's take a look at that real quick. This is just for posterity for my sake. We are active with, I don't know, let's see, 26 instances of Smart EQ3. Yeah, all of this stuff is up and running. This is all active. But the problem, again, is the camera. Trying to do this. Where is my performance meter? Okay, so this is, wow, yeah, we are running quite a bit of, I think that's is that the real time? Is there no way to expand that? I guess it's not. We're not running a whole hell of a lot, but real time CPU is at 43% right now. So let's, uh-oh, shit, I hope I didn't fuck up the stream. Uh-oh, I may have screwed up. SV29. Okay. All right. I think we're still live. I hope so. I'm finna see if it's not, if we're not, we're gonna see. No, I think we're still good to go. Okay. Yeah. Wow. I just blacked out the whole screen there, didn't I? What I was trying to do was pull up the task manager here. Let's see, OBS. Yeah, these two are running pretty damn high, but they're not. They're like 32% combined, so only 4 or 5%. So I think it's more of a just it's more of a, what do you call it? Like the weight, the fighting of the CPU. I got to figure that out. I will figure that out at some point because we're not really using a whole hell of a lot of CPU. But yeah, it's a lot of pops and clicks. If it get too bad, then I may just eliminate the camera from the view altogether, right? That may be what happens. And man, I'm just noticing now, and I apologize, I'm just noticing that the, well, I guess it's not really in the way when it's maximized. It just looks like it when I'm looking at the icons. Yeah. Anyway, getting off on a tangent here. It may be a problem. We're watching it from, let me see. If I see this from the phone. Uh-oh, we took me off, didn't we? Move him back up. Mainline 2. Put him back on here. All right, I don't think that's a problem. It just looks like it's a problem. Anyway, doing too much here. Okay, so let's get down to business. I've already wasted 30 minutes. So what are we doing? We've already taken care of matching up the music portion, but I want to go down here to our imports and see if that is the case. So CO3 is where, and I'm going to put on here good box, right? That's where the good vocals are. CO7, we're going to do good master and good music because that's what I heard. So I played these earlier while I was at work, and I love the color I'm getting from the from what we have on 07. And while I'm at it, let me save that. So again, we have Jade, which is in tape mode. We have Coffee, which was given a little bit, and I'll show you. I'm going to mute it, but I'll show you. You see, we're getting, this is 5, this is 2.5. So this is 2.5, this is 1 1/4. So something like a little under 2 as far as compression is concerned that we were getting from Coffee. And Jet, I have to be careful with Jet because it does some serious cleaning, especially in mid-side mode, because it's compressing and then it's expanding. But again, the problem I was having was the vocals have too much mud in it, and I don't want to kill the mud, so to speak, because that's a lot of where the actual tone is for the parts that I have, but I want to get them. So essentially what I did is I monoed completely out everything, and I already have some monoing in that regard. So I don't want to use this like that, right? But I do like what it has done for the tone of the record. So I got to think about how to get it to that point without killing everything else. And then we use just the preamp really for SAN, which is an SSL based sampling. All right. So what we're doing now is we are going to take our parts here, that the new parts that we recorded, and this was the other one that we did. So this really was just reinforcing this section. A lot of this is a repeat of what's up here just to give it some more power. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to switch over here, right? Just so that we less popping and clicking, hopefully.
We'll take time for love and play until the time done before. On the bed, we'll take time for love and play
And let me play them without it.
done before. On the bed, we'll take time for love and play.
And you see, it's just a little less powerful in that section, right? All right, so let me take these, and just so that I am not fighting here, we're going to do from 29. I'm going to grab all of these. I'm going to, oh, so that's how you do that. Huh, I was wondering. So, yeah, so if I am over that, we just right click. Okay, so that's how you change the curve on the crossfade. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to grab these here. I'm going to go to item settings. I'm going to make sure I turn loop item source off. I don't want these looping. And then I am going to grab these, and actually I'm going to do it to 30. And right click here. I'm going to make sure I put this down to bar. Well, we'll just put it on half bar. Okay, and then I'm going to pull these all out. Right. Bloop, 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 bloop. I just want these to be moved over without fuss. And now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, there's 2 additional tracks in these regards. So let me look at this. So 61 through 68. 61 through 68. Actually take that and delete that. So 61. I'm going to have to do some finagling here because I did move some stuff around. So 61, that's not the same. So yeah, I did some extra strange stuff there. All right, so we'll do, I was doing too much switching here. 61 through 68. This is the old one. This is the new one. I'm just going to grab all of these, and we're looking at 30 here. Yeah, so I see what I did. All right, so we'll grab that. Here, let's do it this way because I want to grab these new ones at the end here. Just move along-ish. Grab these first. Copy. And we're going to, what we say, 30? Or was it 31? 30. Okay. Let's go to bloop. Put you on. And 30. And don't be a stranger. If you watch it, man, chime in, man. I don't, it's all good. I don't mind chatting. I try not to get too distracted. But by all means, ask any questions, man. Listen, I'm a composer and I'm a producer first. So if you have definitely any questions in those regards, I have no problem. I talk shop all day long. This is probably the most talking that people will ever hear out of me. All right. I also have, a little bit of experience with film and TV music and that kind of thing. By all means, 30 years of experience. So if you have any questions you want to ask, by all means ask, man. Or just chime in and shoot the shit with me. It's all good. Again, I'm going to try not to be too long. We're not going to 4 or 5 in the morning with this one because I got to go to work tomorrow. So anyway, we are, what do we say, 61? So I'm just going to go here. I'm going to go paste and pray that that goes into a good spot. If I go back here, we're looking at verse harmony. Well, I can't really use these over here because I done some doubling and all this other kind of crazy stuff. But just looking at where we have this placed, these 2 are up here that go with this. So I added 2 additional tracks, but we'll put these where they're supposed to go. Am I even in the right spot here? Don't look like it, do it. Did we put that at 30? Yeah, that's at 30. But what are we actually looking at here? It should be moved up here. Right? Good. And then So in between here, I'm going to just, this is how I'll be screwing stuff up. I'm going to duplicate this track. And the reason why I'm duplicating it is because I wanted to keep all of the, let's see, there I go. Yeah, so duplicate this track. Delete all of that, then duplicate it again. All right, so we got what we pulled over into here. As you can see, it is overlapping. Okay, let me start over. Duplicate this track. All right, delete that, then duplicate this track again. That way, when we come over here, and then we have two duplications at the, yes, we do. That should not be on. So below that, before that, Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this track, delete that, and duplicate this again. And kids, listen, don't do this at home. I have lost so many damn tracks doing this. I had to go back like, damn, what the hell happened to that part's missing? All right, so now that we have the proper amount of tracks here, I'm going to grab all of these and then copy those and then come back into 3. We're sitting at 30. I'm going to start here and paste. Those should look proper there, right? And I'm going to say no. And I know why. Well, what the hell did I do here? Organization is key, friend. Organization is key. Those actually should be. Oh, I did not move those yet. Wait a minute. Yes, I did. What's going on here, friends? I'm going to undo that. I'm gonna go here. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. So I'm going to grab these. And these. What is going on here, man? It's too damn late for this. Copy. 30. Here. Paste. So my brain doesn't get all of that in there. All right. And these are new parts. Right? Okay. Copy. And that we'll put at 44.3. 44. No. So there we go. So 44.3. Paste. Something's still off, man. What did I do? What did you do, Yish? Goodness gracious. Did I move something? Yes, I did. I moved those 4 somewhere else, and I think it's these here. Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, so these don't need to be there. Come on, don't mess it up, Yish. You're that damn close. All right, so these should be below those. These should be, nope, those are not there. Where the hell did those go? Oh, I'm tripping, man. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the long ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, then the long ones. And they are properly in their spot. And the 2 on the end. So we don't need that. And we can minimize that. I'm just trying to get my bearings here, man, because I'm way off here. All right, so that's that. It matches this up well. So let me just scooch you up here. And I'm going to scooch you up here. And then we're going to take a look at what we're doing here. Okay. All right. That's all gravy. All right, all of those are in a good spot. Just so we get it complete. All right, all of that is gravy. And we're gonna move over here, and over here, and look at these, look at those. Now, I can't say they're exactly on the same tracks because the track thing is a little different, but that's quite all right. Okay, so I think we're good as far as moving stuff over. Here, I think I got everybody in parts. Yep, all of that's good. Yep, all of that's good. That's from there. Okay, I think we got everybody over. And I really should have did this before the stream, but let me tell you, I closed this joint out once I did it because I have this badass habit of overdoing shit. And that's what's been happening. I've been just overdoing shit. Okay, so we have the parts moved over. Now, I should be able to close out. Well, first of all, let me do this. I am going to save this as a new file. All right. And then we can ignore the old file. That way I don't overwrite correction 3 because that's how I screw stuff up. All right, so now it's on to the next part here, and that's determining whether or not we're going to keep certain parts here. So I'm going to move the camera out of the way so we have a little bit more space. And then second, I want to go ahead and grab our master chain here. All right, I want these guys here, and I don't really need to see them, but I'm going to save this. Come on, man. Oh, you being an ass. Okay. Save. Selected as effects chain. All right. And I'm going to save this as good analog try. I'm sure I spelled analog wrong, but who cares? So I'm going to save that. And that's from the most recent session in that regards. And we're going to put that on this guy here, which, as you can see, we started with it, but it didn't quite make it. All right, so I'm not even gonna worry about that right now, right? No, yes I am. I'm gonna go ahead and oh yeah, you're doing too much ish. I'm going to load thought add effects chains good analog try. So I'm gonna add those. Okay. Here's where my brain is thinking a little different. Even though I don't necessarily want to use, let me check the audio here on because that should be the first thing I should do. All right. Hold on. I'm just checking here. If audio sounds bad for those who are watching, please let me know. And I realize that I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Viewers and views are two different things. So I should be looking at viewers, not view. Oh, I didn't know all of this data was on here. Anyway, what we're doing. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me turn it down. All right, so I'm not looking to really do this on the master right now. That comes when later down the road. But my brain was thinking this. Some of the things that the master bus processing was doing to the overall feel of the record, I want some of that put onto some of the buses. Particularly, I like what the compression is doing to the drums. So I want to, and I've been really trying to stay away from doing any further processing, but as you can see, that has not been the case. And actually all of this needs to go. Let me make sure we're on the right one here. Yeah, we'll get back to that. Really been trying to avoid that, but in between these videos, that hasn't been the case. So I'm going to take Coffee and I'm going to copy that over to our drum bus, and we're going to work with that a little bit. All right. I don't know about the console sound just yet, which is Sand here. Jet, I'm going to copy that over. And I pray we don't have any crashes here. Let me save a new version of this. All right. And let's see here. Jade. What did we do on Jade? We did tape on Jade. So I'm going to actually take Jade as well. I'm going to put that on all of our bus tracks. And this is part of the coloring stage that we were supposed to do quite some time ago, but it never happened. All right. And essentially that becomes tape. That's what that is. And this track has drove me crazy in this regard. It's very strident in a digital sense. And I don't like that, because the character of this album is supposed to be more of a 70s style character. And what am I doing? Smoking with the TLM in front of me. Okay. Let me just get rid of that. And so I've been fighting, trying to stay away from the processing, but I know it's coming, right? So we may not necessarily use Jade on the master. It will be other tape instances in that regard, but I want to see what that how that feels there. All right, so I've been doing a lot of talking for at least almost an hour actually. So let's get to some actual sound stuff here, right? So I want to check this against without any of the stuff that I just activated. I want to check this against the imported file here. So what I'm checking now is the instrument. So I'm going to reduce these down to, let me see, I think it's 7 decibels, 7 or 8 decibels that I think we increased this by through L1. So around there. And let me check that. So I'm going to cut now. That's already muted. So we're going to put this on solo. And when it's not solo, this should be cut. Right? Right? All right, so that's a little bit louder, and we don't have anything activated on the master. No, good. So a couple of decibels more, maybe 2. Oh, a little bit more. Oh, grabbing the wrong thing here. And I'm just trying to volume match these up. Now it's too. Now it's too loud. Let's do this. That would help with the resolution. Just a little bit down. All right, that's good. Okay, so I'm just checking the instruments on this section here real quick. So I want these to match up. I'm trying to stay consistent and not get into this fader creepness that I keep doing. It's like every time I listen to it in the car, I hear what needs to be adjusted. I make the adjustments, and then I find myself every single damn time fucking with other stuff. Just inching. Well, I can inch it a little bit more. And that's one of the habits that I got to work out. All right. So what we're going to do is look for the string section, and I'm going to maximize these just a little bit more so I can see what I'm doing here. All right. So there was one particular one, and that's this guy here. All right. So that we want to make sure is at the same volume. Good. All right, so that's matched up. What else did we affect? I think it was not too many things, but the glockenspiel section. Yeah, so let me find that. Glockenspiel. The Glock and the Celeste. So we'll go, well, did I actually, I did not. Okay, so that's down here. All right, so let's see, friend. So this is what we have instrument-wise. Okay. All right, so you see how that's all screwed up there? Well, actually, it's not. But actually, it is. Oh, did I not? Okay, so let us adjust that. All right. Nope. Yes. So I need to turn those up some. That's from the latest one, which we did some justice on the instrument. So I'm going to turn these two up a little bit. All right. Did I do something else? I may have. I'm going to turn up a little bit more here. Try to stay focused. Okay, that's a little better. I'm not worried about the vocals on that previous version because all of that got screwed up. I'm worried about the instruments right now. All right, and only volume-wise. Mind you, the one that I'm soloing right now has master bus effects on it. So the clarity and everything got affected, which I don't want to do it the way that I did it on that one. So I'm not listening for the clarity. I'm listening strictly for the volume here. All right, so that's good. All right, and I think that's really all I wanted to touch as far as matching up that. Now, I think we're good overall. And this is where I need to say even a newer version of this because I just know what's going to happen. I'm going to go adjusting things because there are a few things that I needed to adjust. So I'm going to listen to the whole record periodically here and let's see, let's cut these all together. Okay, so this is that version. So what I need to pay attention to, yeah, okay.
If only I could take away the pain for a day, then we could try this one more time.
So I'm not expecting clarity, but I'm expecting volumes.
We'll share the night away until the light of day. And whatever it costs to be together, it ain't no loss for me.
I'm smacking in the microphone, sorry. Okay. So far, we're good.
And rub all the pain away. Then we could try these things we've never done before.
Okay, them didn't come off too bad.
And whatever it costs to be your lover, it ain't
Those
no
need to be
loss
adjusted.
for me. There's no other.
Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure I'm paying attention here because these parts here is what I really wanted to jump out.
And whatever it costs to be together, it ain't no loss for me. Never. And whatever it costs to be together, it ain't no loss for me. Never.
Okay, I'm satisfied with that. Let us go here.
On the bed, we'll take time for love and play until the
All
time.
right, I'm satisfied with that. Let me check this.
And whatever it costs to be your lover, it ain't no loss for me. There's no other.
All right. All right, we're gonna check that there in a second, that ending part, because I have to make some decisions on is this staying or going. Should I stay or should I go? Okay. All right, so this ending part is next. Let me turn these headphones down some.
I'm forever young. We wake up in the morning as the sun rises over the horizon.
I like it. But I don't know, man. I have to really, because I don't want to. I'm trying not my best. I'm trying my best not to cloud the changes that I put in here. And oh, I need to think about something because there were some additional changes that I don't think I brought over. As a matter of fact, there is. So, this section here, I made some drastic decisions to cut some things out that I'm going to have to move over here. So I could just grab these files and say, put them in there, but I think I just want to make those the same at this point. Or did I already? Well, let's see. Let us take a look, man. Okay, so if I look at, well, what are we talking about here? The string section and the string solo is what we're talking about. And then horn 2, we did some drastic changes. So horn 2, I think we already have that, right? Let me zoom, zoom in here. Take a look at what that looks like. All right, so we actually brought that back some. So we went here. And this is what I mean about the drastic stuff that I did. Oh, wait a minute. I am way off base here, aren't I? Yes, I am. Okay, so let me pull this. And I think, so let me undo that. Pull this up here. And I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to pull that up about right here. Yeah, it's a little more closer to what we had. And then that part. So we're about right there. Oh yeah, went well past that. Okay. And then that. All right, that should be fine. I'm not going to get anal about that either. But I am concerned about these other sections. So starting here at 443 with our string section, we did these cuts, or rather we did these adjustments. And we said at this off right here at 44,252. 44,252, 40. Yeah, that's all the way back here, bro. 44,2. So really right here, right? We're not gonna get too crazy. So we did an actual slice right there behind it. I'm just going to cut that there. And then we had that fade in up to 48,410. Here, grab you, 48,410. You're not giving me any numbers here, are you? 48, 4. So right around here. So we did that because we didn't want that. We wanted that to come in smooth. Again, I'm trying to create some space here, so we did it this way as well. And then on its end here, that's really not necessary, is it? No, I don't even know why I did that. I must have done something else after the fact. All right, and that's all we did for the strings section. So for the string solo, which is, oh my goodness, look at me. I am working on the wrong damn parts. Jeez, oh peace, yes. So we do a cut here, do this here, do that. String section. Make sure I'm looking at the right thing here. String section. And then we did another cut here. That's just to be sure, which is 52.3. Around here. Okay, so yeah, we don't really need that. However, we did an adjustment of the volume here. So that's why that cut is there. So let's cut you here. And just for the sake of doing it the right way, I'm going to put that there. And then let's see where our adjustment here is 1.86. So this is, hello. So what adjustment did I do it here? Oh, 2.93. So we raised this to 2.93. And this is grunt work, folks. That's all it is. So that's fine right there. All right. So I see what I'm doing here. Looking at things with the wrong light on the wrong eye. All right. So that was all we did there. Now we on to the string solo. Get down here to string solo. Yeah, we definitely did some cutting out. And I'm going to, oops, take that off. Okay. That is horn 1. Oh, yes, I did do something there as well, did I not? 4.22. Nope, leave that alone, yes. We did nothing with that. You just have the... That is weird looking, though, isn't it? I mean, it's bigger here. I don't know. I did some other strange stuff that I'm not even sure what the hell I did there. Horn 1. Horn 1. That's been adjusted somehow. Oh, wait a minute. What am I looking at here? Interesting. I'm going to leave it where it is for right now. Oh, you know what I'm looking at? That's what I'm looking at. Jeez, oh, peace. Okay. What I'm supposed to be working on is string solo here on the new one. Getting a lot of bent out of shape here. Okay, so we're at around 44 to, we only did a cut. So 44 to 46. 44 to 46 on string solo. So that 44 to 46. So we're looking at that. We did a cut right where the volume. Okay, so that's already there. And we removed everything after 46 to 48.4. 46.4. $48 something. What did I say? 48. 48.4. So 48.4. 48. 48. Oh, right here. Which kind of correlates with what's going on up there. Okay, so I'm going to cut you here. Cut you there. And then I'm going to delete you here. And then we're going to do our little thingamabob. Wait a minute, what the hell am I doing here? 46. That's 44. So from 44 to string solo, 46. String solo. Wait a minute. What am I doing here? 44 to 46. Delete that, man. Shit. All right. I'm going to run that there like that. Okay. It matched up as, yeah, that's pretty close. We'll take a listen after the fact. And then we did a fade in, a small fade in on this section. Okay. I think we are as close without being too heavy as we can get. It just looks weird up there. Oh, I don't have the zooms the same. Okay. All right, so I think we are as close as we can get in that regards. What's next? And nobody's chimed in on the chat. We're at 1 hour and 22 minutes. I'm going to try to shut it down at 3 o'clock. Let me try. Okay, so now that we have that all done up, I'm going to make a safety copy of this, and I'll be right back. Save project. Local gain. Oh my. Whoa. Hold on, partner. Save project as new parts. All right, so let me save as is, and then let me save a safety, because that's always good to have. And I try to set my safeties as read only. So I'm going to save that. And then with reckless abandon, we are going to go, actually I'm going to call it reckless at this point. 1. Because at this point I like where the volumes of the vocals are for the most part, maybe with the exception of a few, but I need to do some cutting of these end parts here. So we'll start with that.
As the sun rises over the horizon, we're sunrise.
Okay, so let me just, what is these ones that I have muted? Let's see here. Oh Lord, here we go.
As the sun rises over the horizon.
Oh hell no, those can go. I don't want those. Other than that, let me close this one. Hold on, let's do it like this. Let me just save you as a new version. I don't even want to screw that up, and we'll close that one out. Okay, so now we just have this one open. Oh, don't crash on me. Lord have mercy. I hate when I see that. Okay. So let me, all right. So these are the new guys that I'm a little hesitant, but I want to hear what this sounds like with these other parts. I'm keeping this for sure.
We wake up in the morning
I love that. I'm thinking about what it was that I wanted to add now. I think it's these parts here. So I'm going to start with this one here. I'm going to mute this one.
The sun rises over the horizon.
Yes. Okay. So should I do this live? I don't know. Because I'm probably going to be forever on it. But let me adjust these ones that should be panned. Oh, I hope I didn't screw nothing up. 1, 2. Okay, different. Okay, all of that's fine.
The sun rises over the horizon.
All right, so I know what I want to do with that one. I want to redo that one. What about this one?
The sun rises over the horizon. The sun.
Now y'all gonna hear this raw. Some of this stuff raw is nasty. Uh-oh. And I have not auto-tuned these here. So I typically would try to put a little bit of auto-tune just to get, because I'm a little bit flat. All right, just being honest with you. I'm not a singer. So I'm thinking I want this bend on these, and I don't know if I want that one to do it, but I definitely want this one to do the bend. Uh-oh, it's muted. That's what I want to put right there. So if you don't mind, you're going to see some of my, I didn't think I was going to be doing this kind of work. See here. But I'm going to do some of this work here. Didn't think I was going to show y'all guys me singing, but it is what it is, man. I got to get this record right. Okay, so let's see here. And it would help if I turn everything back on. Oh, I don't want it monitored, though. I don't need to hear that from there. And I don't need to hear that from here. And I don't want to hear it from here or there. All right. All right, so let me make sure I know what I'm doing here.
The sun rises.
Okay, so I'm thinking maybe I should combine these. Yeah, buddy. Then again, maybe not. Da, da, da. Fuck it, let's try it. So let me back this up some. I'm gonna need a little bit more romance. Da da da. Nope. Da da da. Let's see how that came out. Oh, it's a little too late. I don't have a metronome, and I don't want a metronome. Let me just focus, man. Back it up, son. Oh, you know what I need?
In the morning, as the sun rises over the horizon.
I just forgot that I was on camera with my shy ass.
As the
Nope. So what I need, I need to hear my horn. Maybe I should turn. No, I don't want to turn the horn up. I don't even want to screw with that. Da 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 da. I had trouble with this yesterday. All right. Da 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 da. Ah, damn you. Automatic, man. Come on now. Thought I said all this already. I'm doing live vocals. Damn. That wasn't supposed to be singing. Especially with my terrible singing. Let's see here. Automatic. Uh-oh. Da-da-da. Nope. That's too far back, bro. Da-da-da. Let's see. Scrap both of those. This damn delete key. Oh. When I tell y'all this thing is driving me nuts, man. Damn keyboard. I'm gonna put some freaking glue on this motherfucker. Ugh. It keeps popping off, and then when it's popping off, I'm hitting other keys that I shouldn't be hitting. Okay. Focus, man. Focus, focus, focus. Can I see the horn from here? Yeah, let me see if I can catch that in the corner of my eye. All right, so I'm gonna rearm you. Da da da. Okay. Da da da. There we go. Da da da. Thank God for that damn banana. That motherfucker got my voice smooth right now. Da da da. Okay, so what that does is that eliminates this up here. I don't know about the bottom one because I think I really like the way the bottom one came out. Let's see here. Stream health is excellent. All right, so I should now be able to remove this one and remove this one because that really was a combination of the two, right? That's really what they were. I'm gonna cut those. I mean, uncut those. All right, so, and now we have this. All right, I think that's halfway decent. We'll decide whether or not keep that afterwards. Now, what's going on down here? Did I forget to mute that? All right, so let me see if we can do that. Yeah, this is the one I don't know if I want to delete or not. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Don't judge me. I'm only a man. Oh, and I forgot the part. Da-da-da, da-da-da. That's too much. All right, let me make sure I'm focused here. So let's go back.
We wake up in the morning as the sun rises.
I got a good right. See, this is what I'm saying. I got a good right mind to put something deep right there, like a boom. Just a this soft, low rumble, boom. Because that's when the sun's supposed to come out.
In the morning as the sun rises.
Or before that.
As the
We'll figure it out. I don't know if I like that, man, because it's a little too rushed.
As the sun rises over the horizon in the morning.
So I want to keep these.
As the sun rises.
Yes, okay. I think I know what I'm doing now.
As the sun rises over the horizon with in the morning.
All right, so let me turn these all the way down.
In the morning.
Good blend.
As the sun rises in the morning. As the sun rises over the horizon.
Nope. All right, so we're not going to use those.
As the sun rises horizon will in the morning as the sun rises over the horizon will in the morning as the sun rises.
I don't like my start right there. And these are way earlier than those, aren't they?
In the morning as the sun rises over the horizon.
Oh, you piece of shit. Damn it. Okay, it's all good. I still got it there, but fucking hell. Damn it. Take that damn loop off.
As the sunrise will stare as the sun rises over the horizon.
I fucked it up, didn't I, with the damn tremolo. Okay.
As the
Come on, man, back up somewhere.
as the sun rises over the horizon will as the sun rises over the horizon as the sun
Nope.
as the sun rises over the horizon will as the sun rises over the horizon will.
All right, I think I'll keep that. Now, don't be mad if later on I decide to take that out, because it gets on my damn nerves. I done listened to this record so many times over the years that I done got used to one way of this record being. So, all right. But I think we're good. So I'm going to play it back here.
I'm forever young. We'll wake up in the morning
Ah, shit.
as the sun rises over the horizon will.
No. Okay. Hold on. Let me see something here.
We'll wake up in the morning as the sun rises over the horizon will.
All right. I ain't going to worry about it right now, but I don't like the fact that I did, and I knew this. I should have been thinking about it. I did similar here to what I just recorded, and I don't. It kind of takes away from the surprise of it, right? But anyway, let me turn my headphones up some here.
Wake up in the morning as the sun rises over the horizon will stare. We'll wake up in the morning as the sun rises over the horizon will stare
Okay.
in each other's gaze and plan for the rest of the day. There's no hurry. We've got hours to gain. No worry.
Oh. Snizzle snazzle.
And for the
Hold up.
no hurry. There's no hurry.
What the hell?
We've got hours to gain.
Oh, don't crash on me, motherfucker, you. Oh, you finna piss me off. Don't do it. Ooh. Man, what the fart? All right, Reaper. What the hell, yo? Do I not have AOC on? I do not. That's probably what the problem is here. What the hell is that? Holy moly. Oh man, I hope my monitors ain't going bad. Lord have mercy. Y'all pray for me. My Yamaha speaker is tripping. It sounds like phone static. I hope it's not. I'm going to turn it off. I'm not using them right now, so. Oh. Last time I heard that kind of noise in my monitors, which is some old El Cheapos, some Behringers, they went bad on me. Can't afford that right now. Anyway, make sure I got it activated. AOT. Okay. So I got this thing AOT that allows you to set all of the plug-in windows as always on top, because this shit was driving me crazy. Okay, where we at? 1 hour and 41 minutes in. What am I listening to here before I got distracted with the excess noise? That was, oh yes, okay, right here. So turn my headphones down here. So Pantam apparently is way too loud. I ain't supposed to be as loud as the timpani.
We've got planned stuff the day. No hurry. We've got hours to gain. No worry. No worry.
All right, let me turn this up. Might hear some feedback.
No worry. No worry. No worry.
All right, I think that's good.
No worry.
Let me pan him just a little to the right.
No worry.
And Wodo just a little to the left.
No worry. No worry.
Right. Now I think I made the decision to cut the wood blocks, but I'm not going to delete them just yet. The other thing that we cut out was our bell tree, was it not? So let me go and check our bell tree here.
I'm forever young. Let me remove.
All right, hold up, buddy. So let's back it up some.
I want you. I'm forever young. Let me remove these.
So if I do that, I really need the rose to shine through. All right. We're making production decisions today, not so much mixing. So we're going to open up EQ here, and I am going to solo my Rhodes, and I am going to, where are you, friend? Yeah. Yeah, hopefully this, well, we'll see. Maybe, well, let's see. Turn that lights are on. So maybe up here I'll do a little boost. Yeah. Let's see what that sounds like. Not just there, but everywhere.
I'm forever young. Let me remove.
Okay, so I got to make another production decision here. It's hiding, and I don't want it hiding. So do I shift it forward in its place? Keep it where it's at.
I'm forever young. Let me.
Nope. That's too much, bitch.
I'm forever young. Let me. I'm forever young. I'm forever young. Let me. I'm forever young. I'm forever young. Let me remove.
Right. We may decide to pan that later. Is there not? Can you not pan in here? I think you can. Yeah, you can. So why they should have that on the outside too? So let's do that and see what we get.
Let me.
Is it even panning?
Let me.
Oh, wait. You must apply. If you try, you must apply.
Let me.
I didn't know it'd do that.
Forever young. Let me.
Hold up.
Forever young. Let me.
Okay, so that is a result of, oh, I find that difficult to believe. Something's wrong here, right? I know that I have mid-side processing on the tracks, and why is it that, well, let's see, let me bypass Smart EQ, right? So I know my brain is, not thinking completely right now. I have the side filtered. So why is it still going towards? I'm having a little trouble with this. Interesting. Interesting. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 50-50 should be stereo. Now, right now, it's all side. So that's panned. That's all mono. Right? But if, I guess that's a byproduct of mid-side processing, is that even though something's on one side, if you modify the sides, yeah, let me think about that because I think I get it. So if you modify the sides on a mono signal that is panned to one side, it is somehow affecting the overall balance. All right, so I got to keep that in mind because, interesting. I'm thinking about my my other tracks in that regard, like the ones that are panned to the left and the ones that are panned to the right. The harmonies is now the filtering that's probably what I'm hearing. The filtering that I'm doing on just the sides, because it's a, if I'm not mistaken, and somebody correct me if they get this far, an hour and 48 minutes into the video, if I'm not mistaken, mid and side, right? If they're, one is a subtraction of the other, right? When we talk about side, left, from what I understand, is a subtraction of right. So that's, all right, yeah. I think I'm understanding what's going on there. So with that pan to one side, it's not going to come out like I think. So that's something I got to keep in mind when I'm doing this mid-size stuff, because it is definitely affecting some of the original location, so to speak, of signals here. All right, so I think what I should do here is simply increase the volume on that rather than going through all of this extra stuff.
It ain't no loss for me. Never. Forever. I want you. I want you. I want you. I'm forever yours. Let me remove these clothes and soon.
And actually, y'all excuse me, I'm going to do something a little weird here. Something I should not have done in the first place. To unlock here, I'm going to flip. That didn't do what I expected it. What's going on, man? And stuff around, bro. Oh, I am messing with the wrong stuff. Look at me, I'm upside down. This should be vertical. No, what the hell? Why am I? I'm doing too much stuff that ain't got nothing to do with music. Okay, so that way when I'm looking this way, I'm looking towards the DAW. When I'm looking this way, I'm looking towards the camera, which I'm actually looking towards the other monitor. But yeah, this is actually the correct view of me. Okay, we're getting down to the itty bitty here. So now I must think to myself, do I keep finagling? And the answer is no. At this point, I think what I need to do, matter of fact, this is what we're going to do. I am going to save this project, right? I am going to render this project. That is not what we wanted. Jeez, oh, peace. And that's what happens when you work on too many different workstations, man. The shortcuts between FL Studio and Reaper and Cubase and every damn thing else. Where are we at here? Where did that go? All right, I don't know where it went, but I'm gonna go to undo history, and I am gonna go back here. Nope, nope, nope. Well, here. Okay. These damn shortcuts. So, save project, right? Go on to F3. And I actually have these on, don't I? I sure in the hell do. What the hell happened here? I must have loaded that twice, and I didn't even recognize that I was working. Well, I didn't really.
It ain't no loss for me.
So just so you can hear the difference between the two, right? Back here, let's just do it like that. So this is before.
It ain't no loss for me. Never.
Very strident, right? And so I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna engage the color.
It ain't no loss for me. Never.
So it's not a big change, but it definitely adds some color and slight compression to the record. Now I already have these loaded up here. Okay, so I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna activate our Ultra Maximizer here. I am going to actually mute all of this. Just let it play. I want to make sure we back off some because I don't necessarily want to hear the oh yes I do. I don't really mind here because this is sort of mastering, right? Just increasing the volume. And I kind of want to hear how that kicks in like that. So I am going to render this version out, and this is the proper way for me to do this, because essentially, as you've already seen me name this, the name of this one is Reckless, right? So I'm going to save that. It's already a safety. Matter of fact, I'm going to save a new version just so I don't screw that one up. And then I'm going to render this out. Make sure we got everybody here. All right. And then I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to render one file. All right. So we're going to let that do its thing as we dwindle down these last 6 minutes here. And I wonder if I can activate a different that? I put it up there. Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna go through. So stand by. All right. We have rendered that out, right? And so that is saved as that project's name. That's 1.1. And then I'm going to save a new version of the project. And then I'm going to actually put the color back on. This time without jet. As much as I want to put that on, I'm going to leave that off. You know what? Let me try something. So I did like, again, what it did as far as cleaning up the track, but I don't want to use the mid-side function. So let me listen to this without the, of course, the Ultra Maximizer on, right? And this time I want to, I'm gonna put it in bypass. No, we want it in left, right. I want to see what this does to the mix in stereo rather than mid-side. So I'll play it with the mid-side. Let me find a good spot here. Matter of fact, a good area would be right here. Right? Yeah. Right where this is. So let's do it from here to 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. And what happened to my grid? So here to here. That's good. We'll bring it back. All right, so this is the mid side. This is the side reduced with it. All right, so I want you to hear how this really like sucked up all of the energy, but it's clean. But I am also going to, I ain't worried about that. All right. Where's the bypass button? Oh, it's already bypassed. This is before I even engage it. All right. All right, now it's engaged. Let me make sure I ain't fooling myself here. Yeah, it's engaged. Yeah, I feel like it's not doing anything right now. Okay, hold up. Again, let me make sure I'm not fooling myself here. Uh-oh. Yeah, we didn't have that on at all. It's on. External, internal. Interesting. Time for love and play. Yeah, it's on. Until the time you say. Let me bypass it here instead. We'll take time. Okay, I think I hear it now. Time for love and play. The bed. We'll take time. See, I like part of what it's doing, and part of what it's doing I don't. I don't want the vocals to be so damn stereo, and they are, because they're pan left and hard right, hard left and hard right. So I want to bring them in some. They're just eating up all of the stereo information, but this the mid that I haven't attacked yet, and this is why I'm cutting this now. And I'm already over 2 minutes over the damn stream, like more than I'm supposed to be. But I don't want to try to approach that tonight. Tonight was about just fixing and getting this thing without touching the faders, right, from everything else. And I'm going to check that before I close this out. But I got to get the harmonies and the chorus right. We haven't gotten to that yet, right? Right now we got I believe to be a decent blend. I'll listen to it as I lay down, and I'll listen to it in the morning when I go to work. I'll probably play it 30 times. I'll write notes down and figure out what needs to be tweaked and try not to touch anything else, which is the habit that I am trying to break. But I don't like the fact that it collapses the stereo sound more right now than I've already done, because I've already collapsed the harmonies and the chorus, right? The hook, whatever you want to call it. I've already collapsed those some. And I'm not sure if I even am going to stick with that. I know I wanted to reel it in, right? But I don't want to do it double time. So what I know I want to do is I want to, if I'm going to change any of that kind of stuff, it's going to be on the actual buses for that, like it is now. I don't want it on the master like that. Not at this point. Now, maybe during mastering, after I listen to it and see what could or should or couldn't be processed, that's there. But anyway, so I'm going to take this off. That was the whole point of that whole diatribe. I'm going to take that off of the master. So now we have is J Pre, right? We have Coffee doing a couple of decibels of reduction, and we have Sand as our final console here, right? And so we have tape, we have compression, we have console. This may end up being these two may end up being the final color of the record. I don't know yet. It's saved as a preset, right? And again, I do have a number of color parts. Damn you. Here, let's do it like this. So the thing with this AOT thing is you got to catch. Sometimes it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. There you go. Doing extra stuff that I ain't supposed to be doing. Here. Okay. Hold on, man. There we go. Okay. All right. Oh, well, fuck you then. Y'all excuse my French. It's late and it's time to go to bed. I got all of this stuff in here. This comes from experimenting in between these sessions, man. And just, you know, just marking things down and saying, okay, I'll get back to that. These are the various. One of these is extremely ignorant, and that's this one. Man, this thing is ignorant. It's like 7 to 8 plugins It took a whole hour to process all of these tracks with that. And I'm like, yeah, that's just overkill. That's a month ago. Okay, so let me do a before and after with all of the stuff that we have for the color here.
The bed will take time for love and play.
So it's okay.
The time you say the bed
Yeah, it's on there.
time for love and play until the time
Ooh.
you say.
This reminds me of something that I was doing a couple of years ago. And I was doing it with the Pultec EQs. I think I was using the one from UAD. I would suck all of the life out of the record up to, was it that one? I think, yeah. So it might have been purple, but it was some kind of Pultec or some kind of filter. I would suck all the life out of the record from 80 hertz. And that's interesting because this is 80 hertz, and try to mix the record like that. And this was something that I recently was reminded of when I watched the video from, I'm going to screw up his name. I know it. Cupper. Yep. I believe I follow the guy on YouTube. Coat Capperoon, I believe the guy's name. He was talking about the magic is in the mid range, and damn it, one of the videos that I did, I actually was practicing that before I did one of the review videos, and blew my mind when I went to the car. So that's something I got to keep in mind when I do this final, when we do the final EQing, because we haven't did any of the color EQ yet. We just really been carving stuff out and trying to get things to somewhat blend and not overlap, but I haven't done the real heavy stuff yet. That's coming on the next stream, and the rest of these will be during a stream, because I'm not going to sit here and try to do an edit on these videos. It's just ignorant. So you can sit through this 2 hour or whatever if you want, or if you don't, it's cool. Because the thing is once I get this thing down packed, I'm going to go, it's going to pick up. The speed is going to pick up. I'm going to run through it, because the stuff that I'm recognizing, hey, leave that shit alone. Ish, do this instead. And I got to keep smacking my hand on that stuff. Right. But anyway, so he was talking about narrowing down, I think, and I'm going to butcher it. 4,000 hertz. No, what was it? 400 hertz to 4,000, something like that, where you narrow it down and you get that to work, which kind of reminds you of like an Avantone speaker, where it's very much, limited in its range, and you get the record to work in that range. Don't worry about the other stuff. You're not removing it, but I put an EQ on the master, and I narrowed everything down right there, and I made everything work the best I could right there. And then when you're done, take all the other stuff off, and you should have sort of magic, right? It should be then. I remember doing this years ago, before I even seen that video, of course. I would suck all the life out of the record and just work on it like that and put things together. So I'm going to have to experiment with that in between these sessions. I'm not going to try to do that live. I'm going to experiment with it first. If it turns out to be, because I've already done it once after watching that video, if it turns out to really give me what I'm looking for, then you'll get it here. Okay, so one last thing. I keep saying that, and it's 2:40. Let me remind myself what I'm supposed to be looking at here. We don't want to touch any real faders. I already adjusted. Oh, yes. Okay, so I'm going to briefly go through the record and just listen. What I'm listening for, I'm going to try not to touch anything. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to print this stuff here. We're not going to touch that. And strip, that's on that one. Okay, that's here. As you can see, oh, look at all of this mess I got on here. Yeah, I don't need that. I'm gonna put Jade EQ. I had to put this processing on here because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to hear the lead vocal cut through all of those harmonies. And it's sort of set how I want it to be, but I definitely know I'm coming back to do some additional things. And as you can see, this even has tape on it, which I don't know why I put that on there. Because then I have this 20K boost of, well, that's probably why I put it on there. 5 decibel boost on 20K. All right, so let me take a listen here at the, not at the blend, but I want to hear my instruments. I want to make sure I can hear instruments and do just little tweaks this time. And I'm going to save a new version again. So this is 1.3. So I just know I'm 2-3 steps away, far past screwing up the original stuff, just in case. Because, yeah. All right. So, where are we? We're up here. So my focus is the instruments right now. All right. I tell myself certain things, and here I am for to screw up something. Okay. All right. So I think I already did it. No, I didn't. Okay. Share the night. Lay your head. Lay your head. Lay your head. We'll share the night. Oh. All right, just. I will bring my string section up a smidget. We'll share the night away until the light. Oh, buddy, hold on. Oh, I missed something. I certainly did. Okay. I know exactly what I missed. Duplicate that. Let me go here. I knew this was going to happen. Yep. Okay, hold on. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about the volume of the delay. So I made a drastic decision that down here during the outro that I remove the delay from the flute. Yeah, I don't want that there. Was it that one or was it this one? It was this one. Okay. So what we did, oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. We cut that there. We cut that there. We deleted that. We deleted that, right? And then I went into the mixer track. We scrolled down to the flute folder. And I took this and I put it, wait. First of all, cut that. Close that. Glue this. Right? And then I took the delay that we have on the flutes and just put it on the actual track. Then I'm going to turn this one off. That way, I don't have to go through all kind of craziness. Right? And then we get to this one. Right? Now I could have that end, excuse me, I do that. Hold up, buddy. You're doing too much there. Put that here. And that there. This is probably doing overkill, but take that and put that just in case. Take that and put that there. I'm going to double click you. I'm going to go to take effects and I'm going to turn the dry off. Okay. And then, so essentially what I've created is a just delay on this track, right? That's all delay. That way I can take this and simply put it where I want. That's a trick right there. So let's do that. All right. So that way we have that. And this is my first time doing that just like that. And I think that's pretty dope. Okay. So we'll leave that where it is. I just heard, and I'm sure there's a couple of other ones that I'm going to listen to tomorrow and say, hey, that needs to be adjusted as well. All right. So I'm listening to different sections here. So our string solo, I want to make sure that's cutting through.
And whatever it costs to be together,
all right.
It ain't no loss for me. Never.
Okay.
I'm forever young. Let me remove these clothes and soothe your soul.
Now, I'm curious because I done took my poor little bell tree out of the mix and I don't want him back in there where he was. However,
soothe me, remove.
I'm wondering, can I move him up here?
I'm forever young. Let me remove. I'm forever young. Let me remove these clothes and soothe your
My brain thinking.
Let me remove these clothes and let me remove these clothes. Let me remove. Let me remove these clothes.
Maybe not. I'm gonna keep them right there for right now. I think it's not too bad. We'll come back to that. All right, moving right along here. This guy. Yeah, I removed the whole vocal section for this guy to cut through.
We could
all right.
play until the time you say, and whatever it costs to be.
Okay, so there was a section I wanted to check. It's one of these. All right, that's right there. That needs to be turned up. My low rolls. Y'all know I've been tripping about these low rolls since I got started. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. That's good. Now he works with the Pantam, right? So I need to turn him up just a smidgen. Here I go with the fader creep. That's good. Okay, so now I want to check on my timpanis again. Get back in course here. I'm supposed to be going to bed. Come on, yes, you got 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I'm done. It's 2:51. I got to get some rest, bro. All right. Okay. All right, Turn it back up.
The day, there's no hurry.
Let me turn these headphones down and see just how loud that is.
The day, there's
Oh, that thing is super loud. So I want this one.
the day, there's
That's good. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Y'all see what I see? There's more power in this one than it is in this one. Okay.
no worry.
Yep. So these are two different pitches, aren't they? Let's do. Yeah. All right. So this one needs to come up. That one. That's a very important.
No worry.
Yes. All right. And I'm going to also just adjust this timing.
No worry.
Interesting.
Rest of the day, there's no hurry. We've got hours to gain. No worry.
Okay, that's enough. I'll leave that alone right where it's at. Baseline.
The day, there's no hurry. We've got hours to gain. No worry.
All right. The horns sound good. My flute, I'm gonna check that real quick. In this section, so right here.
Plan for the rest of the day. There's no hurry. We've got hours to get. Plan for the rest of the day. There's no hurry.
All right, hold up. Where's my? This is pan to the left. Why am I seeing so much on the right? String solo.
Plan for the rest of the day. Plan.
Wait a minute. Wait. What the hell's going on here? I just thought about something. We were talking about the flute earlier, or was it the Rhodes earlier? And how the pans are screwed up because of the mid-side processing. Damn it. Hold on. That's fine. Okay, wait a minute. What am I thinking about? It was something that I did earlier. I don't have any. Did I scoop that out with this? I didn't, and I should not. I want to scoop that out. If you're going to scoop out anything from the mid or from the sides, do it on a channel basis for stereo tracks. I'm not talking about the mono stuff. Oh, and then I need to, yeah, all right. I thought about something, man. I have a whole hell of a lot of tracks in here that are stereo pairs. I need to take these stereo pairs, man, and make these into mono tracks. Let me see something. I know Cubase can do it. Just gonna check Reaper here. I know one way I can do it, but implode mono track session to stereo items relative left and right at the track name end. Session. Hold up. Save new. Because I can save myself a hell of a lot of damn processing, one, and ignorance, two, if I can make this work. And I think after this, I'm going to call it a night. Implode mono track session to stereo items relative to left and right at the track name end. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. Let's try it. And it did nothing. Okay, that didn't do what I wanted it to. Track, second pass, render, freeze to mono, render, set track, record mode to output, blah, 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 apply track effects, nope. Record, nope. Nope, nope, nope. That all takes to channel mode. All takes to. Now there's one way I can do this. Master track. What about merge? No. So I could go here, right, and take. Let's see. For instance, I can take this, right? It starts at the 1, and I can drop it on top of here. Then I can just select all of these, go to item settings, set to maybe not. No, it's a take thing we're talking about. To takes in plural items across tracks into takes. Interesting. Across tracks. Hold up. No. Here, items. I make comps. Save as new comp. No. Item processing. Move items to source preferred and flow items across tracks into items on one track. Haha! Exactly what I just did, but that's not what I need. Item processing, import, propagate, take to similar name, blah, blah, blah. Take to a similar name. No, I don't want that. Implode, move items to source node position. That's not what we want. Dynamic split is not what we want. Open items, render, glue, move items to new, copy, cut, nudge. Yeah, we should be done in a minute, man. I know I'm dragging my feet. It's 2:58 and I'm at the last damn minute. Force balance mode, force tone. What the hell is that? Stretch, oh, stretch markers. Group, nope. Item properties, item settings. First action. Take channel mode. Nope. Take channel mode 3. That's not what we're looking for. What is take channel mode stereo 2? Okay, hold on. So what was the other thing that we found? It wasn't the comps, it was the take. It was moving implode items across tracks into takes. Right? Now those are takes. That means the one that's lit up is the one that's active. Not stereo. Right? So then is, where the hell did I see that? I don't know, lost where I, okay. So take channel mode should be stereo. I don't think so. Nope. Item processing implode. Into, we did that already. Take. I guess this is not as easy as I thought. I'm going to do a search. Make come Reaper combine takes into stereo. Oh my God, did I just fuck up the stream? I think I did. Yep. That means it's time to go, folks. Oh, yeah, I screwed up the damn stream by doing a search. I think. I don't know if I did or if I didn't. But anyway, yeah, I'm finna cut this short. Dual mono to stereo and right click the first one and choose item properties. Go to the item mix behavior. This is combine 2 mono tracks. Okay, so it's possible to do it in Reaper to combine. Do you want one to be left and the other be right channel? Yes. You can create a custom action and do that. What does the pan? Okay, but how about this? Send it to, no, we don't want to send it to an auxiliary track. I think they're changing balance, blah, 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 sort of how about this? Send it, come on now. I haven't seen this feature in any DAW. It's universally considered a mixing task. It's in Cubase. I can change 2 mono tracks to a stereo track. Custom actions, yeah. Sorry for taking Elegant solution for combining two mono files into a stereo one. It's even non-destructive. It's basically turn off options, trim content behind media items when editing, turn on options, show overlapping media items as lanes, drag items from one mono track into another, and item properties pan each item left or right respectively and set. Oh, that's just a bit much, and that's probably why there's a script for that. Not to mess with programs, not only combine two mono files I'm using this custom action. Both items have selected prior to running the action. Select first of selected tracks. Select only tracks with, what are you using here? Blow items to takes and pan symmetrically. Xena Kios. Okay, so there's an action from Xena Kios. Xena. And it is, what did he say? And I'm going to end it at this, after this. Let's see. If I type in Xena and pan, and I'm looking for implode items to takes and pan symmetrically. Right there. So let's see if the magic happens. Both items have to be selected prior to running the action. So if I take this, first of all, let's undo that. All right, we'll put these two back where we had them. Zoom out so I see the hell I'm doing. And then I'm going to double click this. Boom. And what? What do we have here? Well, first of all, we don't have anything right now. Oh. That looks like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, but I can't. Oh, it probably was doing it before. Shit. That's what we're trying to get it to do. That right there. So I wonder if what I did then, just simply taking this, well, that's not necessary. If we can just run that as a script. So I can, and I'm going to screw this file up, folks. So just watch me. Save new version. I'm going to create a shortcut for this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go add. I'm going to hit F9, which is keys are already mapped to the action. Auto trim, split items, remove silence. Oh, I don't want to do that. Override mapping, no. What about F10? All right, so F10, bloop, bloop, right? Bloop, bloop. This is something I should have had already set up. I'm mad this is on a track by itself. So come down here. What the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on here? Hold up, did I screw something up too? Why is there all of this out of place stuff here? Oh boy. See, this is where I start discovering I done screwed some stuff up. So let's move you down here. And yes, yeah, all of that's gonna be screwed up. But this is this file. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, now I'm looking at this a different light here. This actually should just be up here. All right. Okay, that's fine. So we take all of these. We say F10. Uh-oh, cancel, buddy. Take all of these. Take all of these. These. As you can see, they're all just stereo pairs, man. Everything is stereo. It's only one, maybe two tracks that I have in here that is singled out mono, and I'm going to actually fix that. Hold up, buddy. Undo. F10. Never mind. I ain't gonna worry about that little piece. F10. F10. Oh, whoa, what happened here? Why didn't he work out like that? I don't know. Not gonna worry about it. Really don't need to do. Yes, I do. These. So this is what I'm saying when I be doing reckless shit. I'll fuck around. Excuse my French. I'll mess around and tomorrow recognize that, yes, you shouldn't have done that. But what I'm looking at here is, and then we can always glue these, right? hit G. Well, I don't have G set up. We can glue those so that they come out like that. Yep, that's the little guy that I took out of there. He does not need to be in there. I do not want him anymore. Sorry, I know I orphaned the track, but it's all good. Now, with this set like this, first of all, I have reduced the entire footprint of this entire mix down extremely. Like, that's crazy. So what we would do, we would grab all of these. And it's not going to do exactly how I want with everything, is it? So what we're essentially doing is just putting these all in the middle. All right. That just saves me a hell of a lot of damn problems. Jeez. Okay, they are stereo pairs. Like there's nobody. And now, of course, I do lose the ability to, if I want it, womp womp, to pan things differently. But I think we'll handle that with the mid-side function. Man, this is a long-ass damn stream, ain't it? Yeah, 2 hours and 35 minutes. I'm supposed to be in the bed, man. What are you doing, Yish? But seriously, like, this is saving me. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we don't even need those other ones. Just these. All right. There's just some Willy Wonka ones out of place. All right. And then dupe. I'm going to make this happen because I didn't really do much on this version of this. And then we'll review it between the next video. And again, if you made it this far, these are for posterity. So that's why they're so long. I'm just doing stuff live over the air rather than wasting my time trying to edit a particularly pretty video. Then I have the option of going back, downloading these and editing these for the sake of reviewing later. So make sure I ain't got nobody selected that I shouldn't have selected. I do that shit all the time. Almost can guarantee I do. Okay, all of these are good. Those are good, 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 good. Okay, these out of place. To delete, remove these tracks. Blam blam. What the hell happened? All right, I think it's safe. Let me remove that track. So now we have these stereo pairs instead of all that other craziness that we had going. I think we're safe to say that these are proper. Yes, okay. So now I can eliminate a lot of, let's do this. Let me just, whoa, is that a duplicate? I want a duplicate if I don't need it. That looks like a duplicate. I think it is, friend. That looks exactly the same. Yep. Oh, no, I know I got that. Okay. That's actually on purpose. That was part of the power thing there. Okay. Let's left in this right. So these two, left in that. Now that they're, yeah, they're the same track, but I have one offset for, well, it's not, it's offset by stretching. Oh, that sounds like ass. No, wait. There it is. And I ain't worried about the flatness because it's sitting in here with all of this other stuff. So it's pretty well masked. Right? Oh, this makes my job so much easier. But I am curious though, because I'm listening to this again. Where's did I filter? I thought I did not filter, because I know I hear that on both speakers. Oh, I did do it here. Okay. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I mean by this issue of this changes something drastically, and I'm a little concerned. Right? Where'd she go? Right here. Oh, wow. All right, I'm gonna have to revisit this whole mid-side thing here, because it looked like it's definitely screwing something up.
And for the rest of the day, there's no hurry. We've got hours to carry. We've got hours to carry. We've got hours to gain.
All right, folks, I'm done with the stream. It is almost 3 hours worth of me babbling and rambling on and doing a bunch of shit. Until next time, this has been Yish in your ear. Stay tuned.